Hello, scholars. The purpose of this video is to give a quick overview of the Unit 3 Descriptive Imagery Literary Response, Expectations and Guidelines. If you are on Blackboard right now, you should know that the black bold font here is a submission link, so this is how you submit your work to me. And also here, the blue link is always a link to something, and this is a link to a PDF that gives you the guidelines, expectations, and also gives you the rubric of how you will be assessed for this particular response. For some reason, I clicked on this earlier and it downloaded. I've never actually had that happen before, but this is how it should look when it's downloaded. I'm going to make this as big as I can. Okay. Let's make this a little bit bigger. I do apologize. This is acting kind of funny today. Alright, here we go. Much better. So for this descriptive response, you are going to be writing about this. Find a famous work of art or a famous photograph and complete the following. So you have the choice of famous work or famous photograph. Anything you're comfortable with doing and anything that speaks to you. So for this, you must include a pasted picture of your painting or photograph. 2, you are required to research the artist and the painting or photograph and write a history in your own words behind the painting, photograph, and of the artist. You must use in-text citations for your newly researched information. You should have at least one academic research source. 3, create an original response poem that uses imagery to describe the artwork and your reaction to it. If you see my Unit 3 overview video, I do show you where in Blackboard you can watch a video that describes how to write a poem based on observing a painting or a photograph or any piece of art. So for your instructions of how to get this done, 1, cut and paste a picture of your famous work of art. Research and write a history of the piece of art and the artist. For this, big disclaimer is to be very, very careful about plagiarism. The purpose of this section is for you to research the work of art and the artist. Put the summary of history and life into your own words, and then provide in-text citations for the researched information. And 3, create a descriptive poem that uses imagery words to provide a visual description of your chosen artwork and your reaction to it. And again, if you watch my Unit 3 overview video, I do show you some videos and some links to online resources that can talk all about tone and imagery, and that will definitely help you when you go ahead and write your descriptive poem. As for a note on this one, a big disclaimer, your poem needs to be at least 14 lines. Remember that in writing poetry that not all poems need to rhyme. The important skill here is to use imagery. So that's the big thing, key word there. Imagery, descriptions to describe the artwork and the author. For your requirements, your length for the entire response must be 2 to 3 pages, and that does not include your pasted picture, and that also does not include your title and reference pages. Research section should be double-spaced, written in Times New Roman, in 12-point font with 1-inch margins. Essay should conform to APA formatting and citation style. Please refer to the APA 7th edition module with any questions. Use APA format for in-text citations and references when using outside sources. And remember, when you if you have questions about using APA format, there is a link on Blackboard where it talks about the APA 7th edition. You click there and there's plenty of resources there to help you format your writing. And please, 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 above all, be cautious about plagiarism. Make sure to use in-text citations for direct quotes, paraphrases, and new information. So your rubric for descriptive writing, literary response, your content. In order to get a good grade on this, your content, to meet expectation, your writing must be purposeful and focused. Narrative goes beyond beyond the obvious and basic. So you have to think about like some thought-provoking ideas and just bring it out of the basics. Just pretty much thinking outside the box with everything. Integration of research. Your researched evidence is insightfully integrated from at least one outside source and is properly cited on the reference page. Your response poem. So the poem you're writing based on your observations of this popular piece of art or photograph. The student creates a thoughtful poem that is a direct response to the art, is filled with imagery, and is at least 14 lines. Grammar and mechanics. Free of punctuation, spelling, grammar, and other mechanical errors. I suggest if you haven't done so already that you please download Grammarly. It is free for all post-university students. I did post a video in my announcements twice in the previous weeks where I talk all about Grammarly and how to download that and how to access it. An APA format. So no errors in APA format and style. For that, you're going to need Academic Writer. And again, along with that video on the Grammarly, I also did talk about the Academic Writer. So please take a few moments to observe that. Again, this is the descriptive writing response for the Unit 3 Literature Response. You must find a famous piece of work or famous photograph and complete the following here. Okay? Alright? Best of luck to you. Please have fun.